JBN, we keep you informed. Body found on boat off Portland coast. The body of a man believed to be a British national was found in a boat at sea off the coast of Portland Tuesday morning. It is reported that the U.S. Coast Guard spotted the body on a sail vessel. The boat was taken ashore to Port Antonio by the Jamaica Defense Force Coast Guard and the Marine Police. A probe is being carried out by the police. Second earthquake near Jamaica. The United States Geological Survey is reporting that a second earthquake hit near Jamaica this afternoon. The agency says that the quake struck at 2:39 p.m., measuring 4.7, and was located at 124 kilometers northwest of Louisiana. Minutes earlier, a powerful earthquake rocked sections of the island. The U.S. agency reported that the first quake, measuring, struck at 2:10 p.m. and was located 125 kilometers northwest of Lucy. The quake was felt in several parishes, including Kingston, St. Andrew, Portland, St. Anne, Clarendon, St. Catherine, and Manchester. It was reportedly felt in several other countries, including the Bahamas, Cuba, Cayman Islands, Haiti, and Honduras. And the agency is reporting that two quakes rattled the Cayman Islands this afternoon. It says the first occurred at 2:32 p.m. and was located at 71 kilometers southeast of East End and measured 4.5. And a 4.9 quake struck at 2:59 p.m. and was located at 30 kilometers southeast of East End. Gun and ammunition seized during St. James stop and search, 2 in custody. The security forces on Sunday recovered a Ruger P97DC .45 pistol and a .45 magazine containing 7 live rounds during a stop and search conducted on Princess Street, Montego Bay, St. James. According to the security forces, at approximately 12:30 a.m., a joint police-military mobile patrol team conducted a stop and search operation on a white Toyota Axio motor car. The illegal weapon and ammunition were found during the search of the vehicle. 2 persons were arrested in connection with the finds. The arrested persons, along with the finds, were taken to the Freeport police station for processing. The security forces continue to urge persons to call the confidential JDF tip hotline at 876-837-8888 and provide assistance in ridding criminals from their communities. Father allegedly molests 5-year-old daughter. Residents in a Nova community have now joined forces with investigators from the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse Sissoka in search of a man who is alleged to have sexually molested his 5-year-old daughter. There is not much we can say on the incident at this time because this is really a case for Sissoka, but so far we have learned that the accused father was not being seen or heard from since he's about 31 years of age and works as an apprentice at an automotive garage, said an investigator. We have also learned that the incident came to light after the mother of the child made a report to the police. The cops stated that a team from Sissoka visited the home of the child's grandmother and was gathering evidence. Reports are that the mother, who lives in a different section of the community, also has a 3-year-old with the accused. Several weeks ago, she sent both children to spend holidays with their grandmother, the mother of the accused. After returning home, one child told the mother that while they were at the grandmother's house, their father molested her. The child also gave their mother a detailed report of what transpired while they spent time at the home of their father and their grandmother. After carrying out her own investigation, the woman confronted her baby father, who denied the allegations. She then made a report to the police. The police went to the community and learned that the accused had fled. It is also understood that a number of calls were made to his cell phone, but they all went unanswered. Classes were suspended at Villa Road after 5 people injured in gas refilling explosion. Classes were halted at the Villa Road Primary School in Manchester yesterday morning after 5 people were injured in an explosion during a routine cooking gas refilling at the cafeteria. The 3 males and the 2 females injured in the explosion were rushed to the Mandeville Hospital. 2 men who received the worst injuries worked with the gas company. One received first-degree burns and the other third-degree burns. The 3 other people received minor burns. School officials said approximately 9:30 a.m., the cooking gas suppliers were refilling gas tanks for the cafeteria when a leak was detected. Soon after, there was an explosion, injuring the 5 and damaging sections of the roof and floor of the cafeteria. Parents were immediately called to pick up their children. "I am just glad that it did not happen during the break or lunch period, because I know the children could have been injured," said one parent. Chairman of the school board, Trevor Haven, commended the school administration for its response to the accident. "The safety of our children and our staff is our first priority, and so when the principal learned of the leak, he relocated the children as soon as possible," Haven said. According to him, the main aim now is to evaluate the situation to determine how to avoid a repeat. Haven further said the Ministry of Education will have to determine the appropriate date for reopening. Prison term cut for sex convict teacher had intercourse with 15-year-old at school during class time. An assistant teacher who admitted to having sex with a 15-year-old student at a Spanish Town High School while classes were in session has had 18 months shaved off his near 9-year prison sentence. Horace Gordon, 27, will now have to serve 7 years and 3 months in prison for his 2017 conviction for the offense of having sex with a person under 16, the Court of Appeal has ordered. The appeal court, in a decision handed down last Friday, said it would not set a minimum period that Gordon must serve before he becomes eligible for parole. Gordon pleaded guilty before the St. Catharines Circuit Court on March 31, 2017, and was given a sentence of 8 years and 9 months in prison. He is a past student of the school where the incident occurred in April 2015 and assisted students enrolled in his drama club, court records have revealed. The judge who presided over the case found that Gordon abused his authority as a teacher by taking the child out of class and having sexual intercourse with her on the school compound and during class time. The Sexual Offences Act, under which he was sentenced, stipulates that where a person convicted for having sex with a minor is an adult in authority, a minimum sentence of 15 years imprisonment should be imposed, with a condition that the court specify that a period of 10 years be served before the offender becomes eligible for parole. Among other things, the law defines an adult in authority as an adult who is in a position of trust or authority in relation to a child. The presiding judge indicated that as a starting point, she considered a sentence of 15 years in prison, but added 5 years because she regarded him as a person in authority, according to court transcripts that have been made public, after considering a number of mitigating factors, including his age and the fact that he had a young child at the time. The judge reduced the sentence to 15 years before applying a 40% discount for his guilty plea. Thereafter, she credited him with the 3 months that he had spent in custody prior to sentence. That reduction resulted in the sentence of 8 years and 9 months that she imposed, the transcript explained. Despite this, Gordon, through his attorneys Isaac Buchanan and Alexandra LeBeach, challenged the sentence before the Court of Appeal as being too harsh. The sentence of the court imposed on the appellant Horace Gordon of 9 years imprisonment is manifestly excessive and cannot be supported in all the circumstances, the attorneys argued, according to court documents. They contended that the judge erred when she found that Gordon was a person in authority, as he was never employed by the Ministry of Education or the school as an assistant teacher pursuant to the Education Act. The attorneys argued, too, that the judge erred in the starting point she chose by overstressing the age difference between Gordon and the student, by failing to consider some relevant mitigating factors, and by failing to give their client the most favorable view of the facts and the circumstances of the case. The Court of Appeal, in its ruling, said that the decision to reduce the sentence by 18 months was based on the fact that the sentencing judge gave Gordon a 40% discount for his guilty plea instead of the 50% maximum provided in the Criminal Justice Administration Amendment Act of 2015. It may be well that she thought that Mr. Gordon was actually getting a benefit for not having had to serve the statutory minimum sentence of 10 years that she could have imposed. Government provides $200 million to assist St. Thomas cane farmers. The government will be providing $200 million to assist sugarcane farmers in St. Thomas who have been negatively affected by the closure of the Golden Grove Sugar Factory. Minister of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries Audley Shaw made the announcement during a meeting with the farmers at the factory located in Duckenfield on Friday. "We started out by asking for $50 million to help you, but then we went up to $80 million. Well, I'm telling you today that I've gotten approval now for $200 million to start helping in the process here," he said. Minister Shaw said the funds are to be used for the planting of new crops, given that the demand for sugarcane has decreased. That $200 million is going to go into the ground, because handing out the money just to carry you through next week and next month will not solve the problem, he said. Importantly, the majority of that $200 million is going to be used to assist you to start planting other things. It will come in the form of inputs, fertilizers, seeds, and animals, he added. Minister Shaw said cane cutters who are not farmers will benefit from the support as well. Meanwhile, he has encouraged farmers who need land for planting to come forward. He advised them to present their plans to the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, which will share those plans with the ministry. "Help is coming, and it's coming fast. It's coming next month," Shaw said. The Golden Grove sugar factory was closed in 2019 by manufacturing company Seprod, which took over the business in 2009 with the hope of reviving the Hailing sugar operation. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.